Morning, YouTubers. Uh, Frustrated with you guys. Not all of you, just most. Um, where'd the war go? Where'd COVID go? If you remember when we were kids, you had the little bouncing ball on the screen and you'd sing along with it. Well, COVID, war in Ukraine, Will Smith, Johnny Depp, Tesla buying out Twitter. Back a little bit to the war. Oh, we're gonna talk about Will. Women are beating up men. Do do do, we're doing it again. I just don't. And it's all non arguments again. Still, right? Tesla is owned by BlackRock and Vanguard Company. Twitter is now owned by Tesla. Vanguard Company and BlackRock also own Microsoft. They own Facebook, and they own your house. They own your apartment building. They own Disney. Do you see it? None of that shit matters. All that little stuff that you guys are. And those are all actors. Will Smith, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Barack Obama. Doesn't matter. Pick one. Pick one that you love, right? Unless they're dead. Right? And it's the ones that have the worst reputations that were usually the best people. Like, none of us will ever really know about Michael Jackson, but we know before he was drugged to death, he was going to come out about all the corruption and shit that goes on in Hollywood and in politics and throughout all their shit. Same as Prince, you know, that's why he tattooed slave on his face. Like, and then you guys don't think that they don't own doctors and lawyers and fucking geologists and fucking whatever, Neil deGrasse Tyson, people like that. Like, they own all those guys. They own them. I wish our brains could just connect for just a second and just fill you full of a better understanding. I know I'm just some crazy guy in the van or whatever. Right? I'm totally aware of that. Don't think that I haven't grown up in your society. I didn't just appear. I've changed a lot. I'm a different person than what I grew up as. appeared that way. But I did grow up here. I was raised here. I was taught all the same things you were taught. I graduated from school and all that stuff. I went to college. I had trouble in school, grade school especially. I was bad. I was kicked out of school all the time and shit. But I still made it through. You know, I was hooked to documentaries. Fucking filled my brain with all kinds of that stuff. Which half of it's still really great information. 3/4 of it. It's just laced with these lies and misrepresentations. That fog your understanding and make you see things differently. God bless Joe Rogan. Hallelujah, Joe Rogan. He actually spoke about Stan Myers in the water car. I didn't see the whole video, but I seen a little clip of it. I don't watch Joe Rogan, but not because I don't like him or anything. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a great guy. I'm just not into a lot of the topics that are on there. A lot of sports and shit. I'm just not into sports and shit. I think that's just a distraction to keep you at a lower frequency level in life. So I'm subscribed to him because he does get Jordan Peterson's and Ben Shapiro's and fucking Eddie. I can never remember his name, but he's a flat earther. So Joe will let people come on there and talk about everything. But he picked Eddie, and Eddie's not. He's just starting. When he got on to Rogan for the first time about flat Earth, he was just getting going. He was behind a bit. He was saying things, but he was like fucking not able to back it up quite right. But God bless him as well, and everything that he does, and the open soul that he is. I'm sure God is already blessing him. I'm looking right after him. If he's a true flat earther, that means there's like a 98% chance that he's a devout Christian that believes the Bible fucking cover to cover. I do as well. I have exceptions though. I do understand that it's been manipulated. But I also understand that they could only manipulate it so much each time they fucking translated it. They could only manipulate a couple little things. And I guess the Catholics got away with the most because they told everybody it was a sin to even read, and especially a sin to read the Bible. So just like the Jews do with the fucking, the Torah and the Maccabees and Jubilees and all these books, they hide them because if you knew them, you'd end up being like me. Anybody with ears to hear, anyway. Which is why you get haters. People are going to hate this stuff because they weren't given the eyes to see. So I understand why it's frustrating when you see their side of the argument only, and there's nothing there. Walk away from it. Just look it over, and then just walk away from it. It's not healthy, and it's not righteous. It's not real. It's like I said, 3/4 of it are better, but it's laced with shit, and the textbooks are they're not protected by God at all. You know, when they translated the Bible from one language to the next language, the people who knew both languages were going to see that change, right? And put up a little stink about it each time. But it was very few people. And all you had to do was wait for them to die, while you keep your fucking lie in existence quietly. And then when they drop off, you push your lie again. Right? That's all it takes. Like I was saying, it's just a generation of teachers. Once you get a generation of teachers raised to believe and think the way you want them to think and believe, well, you guys see it. You guys are it. You think and believe certain things, and you won't let it go. You won't even give real evidence a shot, right? Because I'm coming at you with real evidence and stuff, and you won't even look at it for the most part, or go out and test it yourself, or go investigate the things I say and show yourself approval. That's all I want from you. That's the whole point of my video. Any of them. Just go out and solidify the things that you think you know on your own. Don't use me or anybody else. Just go out and actually learn them and ask questions about it, right? And then think about the questions and the answers. Their religion is billions. So anything that's billions, millions, billions, you can say, okay, I don't want to hear religion. Too heliocentric. Say, no, I don't want to hear religion. I want testable science that I can tangible things. Right? Show me water bending. I should see it. 8 inches per mile squared. I should be able to see that. Show it to me. Let me see it happen. Show me the movement of the earth. Right? Show me gravity in a vacuum. They just can't show any of their things. They'll apply huge numbers to it. Oh, gravity's this big formula, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you just got to add this number to that number, blah, 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 over density and plus mass. And you're just applying numbers to things. Maximum velocity wouldn't be a thing if there was gravity. When you free fall in skydiving, you hit maximum velocity because you're falling through the air. You're falling through a median. It's like when you throw a rock into the water, it's only going to go to the bottom so fast. It's going to reach a maximum velocity based off of its weight and size, right? But if there was a gravity pulling water molecules down and holding everything together on the whole fucking earth against holding the atmosphere itself, then it would take over. Once the free fall happened, the gravity would take over and pull you down and pull you exponentially faster and faster and faster and faster. There wouldn't be a maximum. You just hit the fucking ground. Ugh. Right? Because gravity would be the hand reaching out, grabbing you, pulling you in. And it would just keep pulling above your fall speed. I don't know. It's all simple but complicated. It's so hard to explain. So I'm just going to stop right there. I do think it's funny how quickly we switch from one story to the next. Everybody was talking about Ukraine flying flags in their fucking cars and shit for a country they've never been to, with politicians they've never met or seen or heard from, don't even speak their language, and you're just taking your politician's word for it and your corrupt media's word for it on what they're saying, doing and acting out. And then they're even telling you, they're saying the opposite of us, but of course they are, because blah blah blah, whatever, they're our enemy. They're going to manipulate their people because it's propaganda and blah, blah, blah. That's what you guys do. That's what you've done to America for fucking 50, 60, 100 years, whatever it's been. And you fucking douchebags. No one's better at propaganda and lies and shit than Hollywood and the American fucking driven complex. The whole thing. Politics, Hollywood, fucking advertising, the whole fucking thing. Teaching, school, it's all fucking full of brainwashing and manipulation and shit. Mind controllers, propaganda, fucking shit. And then you're gonna say that that's what they're doing? It's called gaslighting. Where you're fucking saying, well, I don't know if that's exactly it, but what you're saying is that they're doing what you're doing. Right? It's like when I take the kids out, and the brother and the sister, my son and his sister, they'll pick at each other, and I'll be looking in the rearview mirror, and I'll see my son pluck a hair out of his sister's head or whatever, and then she'll fight back and do something. And starts a whole thing, and he'll be like, well, she did this to me for no reason. And it's like, well, I seen you pull the hair out of her head. Well, we were just playing a game or whatever, right? And it's like, no, you're bullying her. Leave her alone. And then she's pissed off and thinks that she's right. So then she'll turn around and whack him again with some toy or whatever, hit him and fucking instigate more. So then he feels like he's got to defend himself, and it's like, no, I stepped in. You don't have to do that anymore, little girl. Just chill the fuck out. Don't hit him anymore. Let it go. But no. And then she'll say, well, he did whatever it was that she was actually doing, right? And it's like, no, I was watching it. You were hitting him with a stick or a toy or whatever, right? Like you started it. You were the one doing it. And then he grabbed a stick and started hitting you back. Well, look how big he is compared to you, right? Like don't go instigating him with a stick or you're gonna get hit with a stick. Logic, reason, and accountability. Oh. So, anyway, it's funny. It's funny to watch, but it's frustrating to watch because you're like leading our world down a road of destruction and death, and society's gonna fucking fall and all this shit. It's all because you guys keep falling for the lies and the stupidity and the fucking joke. They're making a joke of you, and fucking you guys are just laughing along with them, thinking that you're fucking a part of the joke when you're the brunt of it. Anyway, have a wonderful day, YouTubers.